Hey guys, today we are going to do the gaming and benchmark overview of the Asus Zenfone 6. In this part, let's take a look at the hardware info and the benchmarks of the Asus Zenfone 6. I will use the CPU-Z application for this. You can see it runs on an Intel Atom Z2560 processor. It's a dual-core processor with hyper-threading, clocked at 1.6 GHz. It's based on a 32 nanometer process on the Clover Trail architecture. It also has a PowerVR SGX 544 MP2 dual-core GPU. It is running on Android 4.4.2 kernel architecture i686. 6-inch screen, 720p resolution, a total of 1996 MB RAM. Also, you have 12.16 GB internal storage. You also get all the popular sensors like gyroscope, light, proximity, accelerometer and magnetic sensor. This device also has a 3300 mAh battery. I have run Antutu, Quadrant and Geekbench on this device. Let me show you the scores. You can see I have got 468 on the single core and 1078 on the multi-core score. These scores are slightly better than Snapdragon 400 and overall it's on par with other devices in that price segment. In Quadrant, we got a good score of 9349. The detailed scores are CPU 30716, memory 7993, IO 5189, 2D 439, 3D 2409. In Antutu, we got a very good score of 23134. This is quite high for the segment. The Snapdragon 400 in comparison gets only 17 to 18,000. Here are the detailed scores. Multitask 3407, runtime 1126, RAM 1231 on operation, 2356 on speed, 1387 CPU integer, CPU float point 1679, CPU integer single thread 844, CPU float point 1044 single thread, 2D graphics 1660, 3D graphics 7010, IO, storage IO 905, database IO 555. The Asus Zenfone 6 benchmarks well comparing with other devices in its category, and its overall UI performance is very smooth and lag free too, as you can see. The 2GB RAM helps as you can multitask very well on this phone. You can open over 20-30 apps and still it won't get killed so easily. Asus has done a nice job by optimizing the RAM usage. You can see with all the installed apps, I still have 1.2 GB free. In this part, we will be taking a look at the gaming performance of the Asus Zenfone 6. Let's start with Subway Surfer, a relatively simple game. As you can see, small games like Subway Surfer will play just fine. let's move on to Asphalt 8, a slightly heavier game. You can see I have set Asphalt 8 to the highest quality detail. Let's go and play the Tokyo track. As you can see, the game runs perfectly smooth even on the highest quality detail. The Tokyo track in Asphalt 8 is one of its heaviest tracks with lots of buildings and dynamic lightings, and still the Intel chipset can max out the game and provide a fully playable experience. Moving on, let me close Asphalt 8. Now we will try Dead Trigger 2. It's a game based on the Unity engine. You can see I am running in the high preset, which is the highest possible preset in Dead Trigger 2. Let's play a level. One thing I have noticed in Unity based games like Dead Trigger 2 and Shadowgun are that the loading times are pretty high. The gameplay for the most part in my experience has been smooth enough, but the long loading times make the experience bad. You can see the game is stuttering a bit. It's not unplayable, but it's definitely not the best. I recommend playing this game on the medium graphical preset, as it's much smoother than the high preset. In less crowded area it is playable, but when lots of zombies are holding you, the frame rates become very choppy. Let's play another level. This is a slightly advanced level. You can see the problems with this game on the Intel platform in this level. You can see the stuttering issue quite clearly in this level. I wouldn't say that it's totally unplayable. You can definitely enjoy it if you don't notice frame drops that much, but for someone wanting a perfect experience, I'd suggest lowering the settings. Moving on, let's try GT Racing 2. GT Racing 2 by Gameloft is actually an Intel optimized game. It runs brilliantly on the highest graphical presets and looks very good too. You can see when you run the game on Intel, it shows the Intel splash screen. The game looks absolutely brilliant and runs very smoothly too. The Zenfone 6 definitely has enough power under its hood to play the most demanding games, but due to the different architecture of the processor, some games just don't work that well. For example, you saw the stutters with Dead Trigger 2, and then I've heard that GTA San Andreas straight out crashes. I haven't had the chance to test it personally. Also, if you play for a long time, the back region around the camera, this region gets a bit hot. Also, you see a slight heating around this earpiece region. Apart from that, if you choose your games wisely, you can surely play a lot of high-end as well as low-end titles just fine on the Asus Zenfone 6. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Also stay tuned to my channel for the full review of the Asus Zenfone 6.